part 15 of my solo cross-country ride on my Tiger. Today I'm exploring Fort Ross State Historic Park, just off of Highway 1 on the coast in California. This was an unplanned stop, and I'm very glad I did it.
Fort Ross. Fort Ross State Historic Site. I wonder. Okay. You know what? Since I have the free thing, I will do that. Alright. Hello? Hang on. We pay to get in here? Do I pay? Yeah, okay. So I have Armstrong. Thank you. Awesome. So my fee to get into Armstrong Woods also gets me in here because it's the same day. California State Park for the day. I'm set. Ooh. Now, let's go check out the fort. Or the site of the fort. Whatever it is. We'll soon find out. I'm assuming that's it behind me. Visitor Center, so. Let's go see. Woohoo.
Stopping at the Visitor Center to read a bit of history and look at the map. I started my self-guided tour at the Northwest Blockhouse. The Kuskof House, in my opinion, was the most impressive building on the property. The size of the wood and the finish throughout the fort was beautiful. Local redwoods were used for many of the buildings. At the time of this fort, the Russian-American company was living in what we now know as Alaska. The assistant Kuskof was sent to California to establish a colony. This was to grow crops for the Russians in Alaska. A description of the fort in 1834. There were cattle, gardens, and orchards outside the fort walls. This is the fur warehouse, and it was not open. Information on who lived at and around the fort. Not including Alaska, this is the first Russian Orthodox chapel in North America. This is inside the officers' quarters, which is one of the buildings inside the walls of the fort. The officers' building was used for a foundry and medical needs, containing a dining room, storeroom, metal shop, woodworking shop, a jail, and several sleeping rooms. Fort Ross was used for approximately 30 years. There were 5 administrators over the years. Rochif is the last one, and this is his family's home. This is also within the walls of the fort. The house and furniture have been restored to be similar to what it was like when it was occupied. Looking out of the windows at the southeast blockhouse. A beautiful beach at Fort Ross Cove. There's a shipwreck at the north point of the cove. If I had known that, I would have gone down to look. The house of the family that owned Fort Ross after the Russians had left. This is sometimes open for tours. Unfortunately, it was not the day I was there.
I am about to leave Fort Ross. I think this is a one-way road. Fine behaving. This is a windmill. A little obvious, but very cool. And the ocean is right there. This was a Russian fort many years ago. Fort Ross Visitor Center. And the fort you can't see from this road. My phone was messing up on me, so I did a restart, and when I did a restart I have no internet, so I don't have a map. I do have my map on my Garmin, and that's one of the reasons I have the Garmin. I don't have plugged into my Garmin where I want to go, my stops. I have that on my map that I pre-did. So hopefully I will get internet and be able to figure out where it is I wanted to stop.
Follow me on social media.